Hello again, everyone. This is Chris Sherritt. That's Robert Harding. And Merry Christmas to you.
Ho, ho, ho.
We're recording our Pick 6 video on Tuesday, December 23rd. By the time Robert gets over his eggnog hangover, it might not be posting till December 26th or 27th, but, you know. Actually, we just had our Secret Santa here at the Citizen, and Robert got some nice gifts. So that hangover is possible.
A 12-pack of nice.
Very nice, yes. I got a Dolphins mug. Which I'm
good.
actually like, wow, I wanted a Dolphins mug. It's rare when you actually get what you would like for Secret Santa. And Ryan Deffenbaugh, our new county reporter, got me a Dolphins mug, and I love it because I have coffee every morning, and I will be using that mug. I told him starting tomorrow. So
I thought to myself, I said, gee, it's the only thing with the Dolphins logo that'll be getting action in January.
Oh, boy.
I'm not one to talk.
Yeah, no shit. No kidding. Oops. Almost said a naughty word there. Sorry, Kaylee. Daddy did not say a bad word. He came close, but he didn't. So, yeah, you can tell it's a pretty festive atmosphere here at the Citizen.
He was saying, shh.
Sugar. And we're not even drinking. That's the worst part. We're just in our normal, ebullient moods right now. The holiday spirit is just all over the place here. Anyways, enough of the frivolities, and I think I just invented a word there. Frivolities? Frivolous? Frivolities?
You're like the John Madden of the sports.
Yes. Boom! We're going to pick 6 games here, speaking of Madden. And the only thing I'm going to say about these games is that usually when I pick these games, I do the same for the You Pick 'em challenge. I like to be consistent. This week, as we are picking so early, I might make some changes between now and the You Pick 'em challenge. But this is what we're picking on Tuesday. First game. San Diego, Kansas City. Both these teams need this game to make the playoffs. The Chargers, they came up with a great comfort behind win against the Niners last Saturday night. And the Chiefs, they did not play well in Pittsburgh last weekend. So, you know something? I'm going with a hot team. Even though the Chiefs are at home, the Chiefs usually play very well home. It's a division game. The Chargers are very familiar with the Chiefs, obviously. Chargers are riding the hot hand of Phillip Rivers, who is playing with a bulging disc in his back. Keith Olbermann knows what I'm talking about when I say that. So, anyways, I'm going to go with the Chargers. I like the hot hand. I like the Chargers to win this game.
Taking the Chargers, too.
Okay.
They have more to play for, I think. And, you know, the way they played going into San Francisco, battling back to win that game. You know, if you can do that, you can go into Arrowhead and win. And, you know, they need this game. It's a game they need to get into the playoffs. If they have any chance of getting in the playoffs, you know, they're a team that, you know, really has, you know, kind of partial control of their own destiny. They might need some help, but you know, winning this game will be a start, and I think they'll do it. Okay. Next
game has no playoff ramifications. None. Actually, the next 2 games have no playoff ramifications, but we're picking them because they're our favorite teams. We'll start off with my Miami Dolphins. And Dolphins owner Stephen Ross gave all the Dolphin fans all around the world a wonderful present for Christmas. Joe Philbin's coming back! Dead silence, yeah. That was, yeah, no, just, Dolphin fans were not happy with this. I think that I thought the plan was playoffs or bust. Well, we didn't make the playoffs, well, guess what? There's no bust. Joe's coming back. You know, I can understand why he's coming back. I mean, the team is making progress. It's slow, it's steady, incremental. I mean, they could go 9-7. They beat the Jets on Sunday, which is better than 8-8 last year and 7-9 the year before. So I guess if you go by this, it means we're going to be 10-6 next year. 1 game at a time, to use the old sports cliche. For the record, I'm not a fan of Joe Philbin. I just think that he's a little too conservative for my taste. That being said, he's coming back. You might as well make the best of it. And, you know, this is the kind of game, it's going to be Rex Ryan's most likely his last game as Jets coach. I remember last year there was some doubt whether Rex was going to come back, and the Jets, who had nothing to play for, played their tails off and beat Miami, who had everything to play for because they had to win to make the playoffs, and the Dolphins didn't do anything. They lost. It was a horrible game. And I almost could see this happening again. But you know something? I think this year's going to be different. I think the Jets players know that Ryan's a goner. And the Dolphins players, as much as I think they're not going to be, they're kind of checking out already. I think they'll have enough. I think they're going to run the football. Lamar Miller needs only 70 yards, get 1,000 yards for the first time in his career. I like that. I like the Dolphins to win this game. That being said, it's going to be a very close game. Like last week against the Vikings, I like the Dolphins to win a very close game against the Jets.
I'll take the Dolphins.
Sounds like a sympathy pick there,
Yeah.
you know?
I thought about picking the Jets.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't blame you if you did.
I'm taking the Dolphins.
So. Next game is Robert's Buffalo Bills, and they were eliminated too. All you had to do is beat the Raiders. Were they 2-12?
2-12.
Beat the 2-12 Raiders in Oakland. Not the easiest task in the world to win a game on the road, but they didn't do it. And the playoff drought continues. I'm not rubbing it in, by the way, because the Dolphins have only made the playoffs once in the last 14 years themselves. So I'm not going to be the pot calling the kettle black here. So both our teams underachieved this year. So New England doesn't have anything to play for either. They've clinched home field throughout the playoffs. They're good to go, right? But you know something? I can't see New England going in the playoffs on a loss. I don't think Bill Belichick wants to lose any momentum because they know they have another week to rest and everything. I think Brady at least plays a half. I think the Bills come out, it'll be a close game, and then New England will pull away. I like the Patriots.
Taking the Bills.
Oh, there we go. I don't blame you.
And I'll leave it at that.
All right. Next game.
Save my rant for next week.
Our next 3 games all have playoff implications. Starting off with the battle for the NFC South Championship between the 6-8 Carolina Panthers. I'm sorry. 6-8-1. I'm sorry. They don't include the tie in this thing. 6-8-1 Carolina Panthers and the 6-9 Atlanta Falcons. Mediocrity at its best. This is like a beauty pageant for people that aren't exactly the most attractive in the world. Someone's going to win. I didn't say anything bad about anybody, but someone's got to win this thing. Someone's going to win this division and get a home playoff game. And this is why the NFL really needs to rethink the division format of having 4 divisions.
Absolutely.
Or seeding by, whether it should be by record. This is the poster child for that, revisions or for amendments to the NFL's playoff constitution. We'll go a little political there.
Wow.
So, you know something? I've been on the fence about this one. First, I was thinking about Atlanta. Then I was thinking about Carolina. You know something? I'm going with the road team. I like Carolina in this game. Yep.
Wow.
I just think that the Panthers, I just think that they're defending division champs. They've had some tough stuff this year, but I mean, call me crazy. I guess this is the gut speaking. Hopefully the gut won't change between now and Sunday. I'll start waffling here. But I like the Panthers to win this game.
I'm taking Atlanta.
I knew you were going to do that. Got to catch me somehow. We'll get into that in a minute.
Well, Atlanta's the home team.
Yes, that's true.
History is on Atlanta's side here because since 2002, no team has been the repeat NFC South champion.
But there's a first time for everything.
There is a first time for everything.
And this could be it.
Maybe next year.
And our next game is the battle for the AFC North between the 11-4 Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, well, 10-4-1.
10-4. I'm sorry.
They tied the Panthers.
These ties. I hate ties. I'm not even wearing one. I was going to wear a Grinch tie for this video, get a little Christmassy theme. Nah.
You need a tie for that? Come on.
No. 10-4-1 Cincinnati Bengals and the 10-5 Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, to digress for a moment, I have friends that are Steelers fans. I have a friend who is a Bengals fan. And I have a feeling they're going to watch this game together. I just have a hunch on Sunday night. And, the Pittsburgh Steelers are one of those teams, they're tough to figure out. They lose to the Jets, they lose to the Buccaneers, but yet they went into Cincinnati and they clobbered the Bengals just a couple weeks ago. Now they're playing at home. Steelers are playing some of their best football of the season. I think that means something this time of the year. I like the Steelers to win this game and win the AFC North. Sorry, Frank.
Taking the Steelers.
Taking the Steelers.
It's a tough game to go against the home team here, especially a division rivalry. Cincinnati, though, they were impressive at home against Denver, but I think Pittsburgh will take care of business on Sunday.
Yep. Last game. This is the battle for the NFC North. Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers. Now, here's an interesting statistic that I'm sure you're going to hear a lot about in the next few days. Detroit has not won at Lambeau Field, I believe, since 1991, 1992?
It's been a while.
It's been a while. The Bills were good back then. The Dolphins were good back then. That's how long it's been. The Bills made the Super Bowl that year. whatever year it was. They made
The
it 4 years
Bills
in a
were
row.
beating the Dolphins to go to Super Bowl.
Yeah, that did happen one time, didn't it? And it was, the sad thing is it was in Miami, which makes me even more upset. But anyways, I digress. I'm going to say the streak continues, and I like the Packers.
Yeah, it's tough to pick against the Packers at Lambeau, especially this year. They, that offense has been, quite something at home, and it's been a little shaky the last couple weeks though, and the defense has had to step up. Game against Tampa Bay is a great example of that. But I think this will be a good chance for Aaron Rodgers to get back on track. You win the division and go into the playoffs on a good note. So.
Now, to update our standings, Robert and I each went 4-2 last week, so my 7-game lead holds. I am 62-34, and Robert is 55-41. So, we're getting there. I wouldn't bet against me, but I wouldn't write Robert off. Yeah, there's still a lot of games left. He could catch me in the playoffs. Maybe we'll modify the formula in the playoffs. Maybe we'll change instead of one game, 1 point, whatever.
So
maybe we'll.
So follow the you pick 'em structure.
Maybe we can do that. We'll have to modify it a little bit.
Like a March Madness structure.
Maybe we'll make the first round. The first round will be 2 points. Second round will be 3 points, 4 points, and then we'll just incrementally go up. That's possible.
So beginning the playoffs, our wins turn to points.
Yeah, we could do it, and then we'll add to that, and we'll make it interesting. I like a good competition.
Yeah, still a long way to go.
You can't accuse me of sitting on my lead. I'll tell you that. I'll beat you in the regular season. I'll beat you in the postseason too, sucker. Yeah. All right, folks. And on that happy note, have a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas. Enjoy the time with your family, and then enjoy the football on Sunday. Doubleheaders on both networks.
Wow.
I love that. Remember that doubleheaders, both Fox and CBS both had doubleheaders on Sunday. So that's a nice little Christmas gift.
That's a very nice treat.
It's a very nice treat. Plus the Sunday night game. So there's no Thursday night football, dog game.
Thank God.
No Monday night football, although last night's game was somewhat good. But anyways, folks, we appreciate you watching. We appreciate your support. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And we'll see you next week for the playoffs. Playoffs.